Hello, this is Christine Arylo, and I want to welcome you to this presencing practice, which is a practice I've been using, I don't even know for how long, decades probably, and yogic wisdom has been teaching for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. This practice is something that you can use proactively in your morning practice. It is something that you can use in the moment when you need to have a reset, or like I like to say, to reharmonize, to become back to that presence, that center point, that calm point, that point that allows you to actually show up in the world, in relationships and situations as the person that you really desire to be. This particular presencing practice is called alternate nostril breathing. And what is so powerful about this and why this practice works is a couple things I just want to share with you, and then I'll take you through the practice. Number one, it's a pranayama practice. And so pranayama, the word prana simply means life force. And so what it does is it actually taps you into your own life force, it generates life force for you. One of the reasons we can't show up in our own personal leadership presence, whether it's with our kids or our teammates or a situation, is because we're drained. We're not feeling supported. We're not getting what we need. And the breath and pranayama practices are some of the swiftest ways and simplest ways to getting there. Specifically, the alternate breathing technique, what it does is it balances what's called the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere of the brain. You've probably heard about this in more Western science kind of stuff. And in the yogic science, the way that we look at it is that there is what's called the positive mind and the neutral mind. And the positive mind is that part of your mind, and that is really about like optimism and possibility and staying uplifted. And the neutral mind or the negative mind is more about looking for problems and looking for potential pitfalls. And either of those minds, when they're actually working together, can be really helpful, because there are times when it's like, I need to know that that's a potential pitfall, a potential obstacle, that there's, something to be concerned about here. But when the negative mind is left on its own devices without the support of the positive mind, it starts to go into fear and anxiety and over-focusing on the future and defensiveness and all kinds of crazy, crazy things. And then the positive mind, same thing. It's great to be optimistic and have that positive energy, but without that balance with the negative mind, it becomes like not grounded in any kind of reality. And it almost, like I say, it's the part of you that will just drive you right off the cliff, and it's going to be okay. And it can kind of be like that crazy cheerleader part, or that part that is so into positive thinking that it's not in any kind of reality. And when we can work proactively to bring these two parts of our brain into balance, and what happens is it activates the third mind. So in yogic wisdom, there are actually three minds: the negative, the positive. The one in the middle is the neutral. And that is where we want to live from. Yogic wisdom teaches us that if you can access your neutral mind, you will know your truth, and also kind of the truth to move through any situation within 8 seconds. So just like if we were marathoners, we don't wait till the day of the marathon to start training. We actually start training our minds now. And that's what's one of the great things about yogic wisdom. It really is the science. One of the things it brings forward is the science of how to control and be in authority over our thought waves. And so that when they out that way, we can kind of bring them back in. And also, because this is working with the different hemispheres of the brain, what it does is it really balances that intellectual and the intuitive, the more logical and linear and the more creative part of us, so that full part gets to show up in any situation. So you ready to try it? Okay. So it is really pretty simple. What you want to do is you want to get your body just into a relaxed position. If you can put your feet on the floor, or you can sit in easy pose, you want to be grounded in some way. And what we're going to do to start is just take a breath here with you and me. Because wherever you've been, however you're tuning in, wherever right now, it's important just to get here first. And then I'll teach it to you, and then we'll do it together. So let's just take a moment and close your eyes. We close our eyes just to bring all of your energy and awareness back into yourself. So just calling your mind, your body, your heart, your emotions, and your spirit to be here now. To really bring and call in your presence so you can be present. Take an inhale. And then a short exhale through your mouth, and just let your body kind of take like a natural adjustment. One of the things I love to do in my presencing practice every morning is just like do that first, calling myself back to my own presence, body, mind, heart, spirit, and then just taking an inhale and exhale, and just like letting your body just see it. It might be like a neck roll, or it might be a shoulder roll, just to, it's almost, it's like a self alignment is what I call it. And now we're ready, right? We're present enough to even start. Okay, so alternate nostril breathing. What it does again is it balances that left and right hemisphere of the brain. It also grounds us, and it also works with the breathing of externally releasing on the exhale all the stuff we don't need emotionally, energetically, physically. It's like exhaling and elimination. And on the inhaling that we do, it's calling in and bringing in the energy, the life force that we do need. And so it is very, I'm going to just share it with you here, and then we'll do it together. So you're going to use these two fingers, and you can follow along with me if you want, but we'll just, just follow along. Don't get super stressed out about it. You want your thumb and you need your index finger, all you really need. And alternate nostril breathing is very simple, where we're literally alternating the nostrils that we're inhaling and we're exhaling through. So we usually start with opening, keeping the left nostril open. Put your thumb on your right nostril, and you always, most yogic pranayamic, not all, but a lot of them you do with your nose, your eyes closed. And if your eyes are going to be open, it usually is an exception. So here we're going to close our eyes, and you put your right finger on that right nostril, and you keep your left nostril open. And so it's very simple. There's an inhale on the right, and then we close, or sorry, the left, and we close that, and then we exhale out the other side. And inhale. And then we close and switch. And exhale. And then inhale from that same side. Close and switch. Exhale, inhale, same side. Close and switch. And exhale. So just watch me do it here for one moment, just to observe what it looks like. So super simple, right? And so it's just inhale on the open side, close, switch, exhale, inhale, close, switch. And we are going to do that together. I'm going to time this for a minute and a half. Normally I do one of two things. One is I'll just do it 10 times in my practice. So that gives my mind something to actually think about. And or I will set my timer to either 1.5 or 3 minutes. 3 minutes is the best, but I actually do we'll just start with 1.5 minutes, and you can work up to 3 minutes. This is the great thing about doing a practice like this. It's similar to like a marathon or weightlifting. In a marathon, you don't just start running 26 plus miles, right? You start with a mile, and then 2 miles, and 3 miles. And with weightlifting, the same thing, you graduate up. So same thing with thinking about these exercises for your mind, which are also really connected to your body, spirit, and heart. But for your mind is that we work our way up. So I find that starting with the 10 breaths, and then also adding in the 1.5 minutes. So we're going to do it here together, and then I'm just going to let you do it in your natural breathing practice. And then we'll do another 1.5 minutes. We'll pause, and I will teach you how to do it with the count of breaths. Okay, you ready? All right, so let me set my timer here. All right, so go ahead and close your eyes. And you're going to put your right thumb on your right nostril, left nostril open. Okay, here we go. Inhale. Close, switch, exhale. Inhale, same side. 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 Close, switch, exhale. Go ahead and put your hand down, but keep your eyes closed. And just take a few presencing breaths here with yourself. Just notice your body, your mind. Maybe take another exhale. Your heart, just notice what's going on within you. And then gently open up your eyes. So how do you feel? Oh, my eyes look shinier when I'm looking at you all. So that was 1.5 minutes. And we're going to do this one more time, and let me give you the breath count. So again, you can just either do that and do it very naturally till you start to get the rhythm of it. I've been doing it for so long, I just naturally have the rhythm down, but it takes a little bit to get that rhythm. But I find that the close switch really helps. And then the count is, when you're ready to progress to that, is to inhale for the count of 1. So it's and then we extend the breath. So it's not a holding of the breath, it's an extending of the breath for the count of 4. And then we close, switch, and then we exhale 2. And then so it's a 1, 4, 2 count. Inhale 1, suspend the breath, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then close, switch, exhale, 1, 2. So it creates a rhythm to it. So we'll try that together here for the next, we'll do 1.5 minutes, and then we'll be complete. And then my invitation is to try this. Try this every morning, see what happens. Either do it to a time, do it to a count, and you watch the effects. That's all I can say. What I do is I notice the effects of when I do it and when I don't do it. And this is what's really cool about this. You don't have to sit on a cushion for 60 minutes. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because there's a lot of value in that. But most mornings, my presencing practice in totality is about 11 minutes. And what the teaching is that when we can feel that connection, body, heart, mind, and spirit, and we're clicking into that, then we're present. And so many people come to me and they're like, Christine, I want to be, I want leadership presence. I want executive presence. I want to be more present. I want to have a presence in the world. I want to be more visible. I want to be more seen. I want to have a voice. And I'm like, it all starts here with this presencing practice that we do, both in the morning and throughout the day. But we'll just start where we are. And what's so beautiful about this yogic wisdom is that they've been testing it for thousands of years. And what I love about this is that we don't actually need an outside test to tell us it works, because our body tells us it works, and our mind and our way we feel. And that's a big part of being human and really embracing our power and our sovereignty, is that while there's absolute validity in doing different tests that actually say this is true or that's not true and this Z-score and that, whatever it is, I have my MBA in business and I'm a big believer in a lot of those things. However, one of the things that could happen is if we put too much credence in what tests and technology say versus what our bodies are telling us, that's when we start to give away our power. And that's when machines start to rule the world, and the brain and the mind without the heart, body, and spirit take over. And that's not going to create the reality for ourselves or this world that we want. So, you all ready? Okay, we could say more about that, but tune into my podcast, Feminine Power Time, Reimagining the Way We in World Work. That's a good place for that. Okay, back to you. All right, dear ones, here we go. Let me just press my start button. Okay, we're going to do the count. So thumb on the right nostril, left nostril open. Here we go. Inhale, 1. Suspend for the count of 4. Oh, hold on one second. See, I wasn't present. This is what happens. Let's take a moment. See how I went, oh my God, holy teaching moment, right? I just went out of my presence to talk to you from kind of here, and I lost that here. So let's try again. Let's just take a breath for a moment. This is why we practice. Me too. Coming back to our center. Okay, now let's begin. Thumb on the right nostril, index finger waiting. Inhale on the left, 1. Extend. Close and switch, exhale 2. Inhale 1. Extend 4. Close and switch, exhale 2. Inhale 1. Extend 4. Exhale 2. Inhale. Extend 2, 3, 4. Close, switch, and your final exhale 1, 2. So that might have felt a little clunky or not. Really, those numbers are there to help us just find the rhythm. So you can't mess it up. You can't do it wrong. Be gentle with yourself. Be compassionate. Be curious. And just like building any new muscle, it'll take time. The most important thing is inhale, close, switch, exhale, or inhale, suspend, close, switch, exhale, and repeat. And notice the difference. And see how much more you can stay present and be present and come back to presence when you get swirled up. Thanks so much for being here. Look forward to sharing the next practice with you.